What
Yeah.
is the secret to utilizing delegation to increase profits and revenue?
Yeah, so it's taking a look at what would produce better results for the company if it was delegated. So there's two parts to this. It's if I delegate this stuff, what do I get to go do as visionary that will grow and scale the company? Because I have capacity to do it. I'm not burned out. I'm not exhausted trying to wrap up the day and having to table this thing. And then there's the other piece of where am I the bottleneck to the company? Because I'm still doing this thing, or I have a team member that's maybe not in the right seat for doing it, still doing this thing, and the results aren't as great as they could be because I'm holding on to it, or this other team member that's kind of having to balance it right now that shouldn't be is holding on to it. If we were to delegate those things to someone who is more of an expert in that area, would we get better results? So it's looking at where I get to shift out of some stuff to do more for the company, and where putting an expert in the thing will provide better results for the company because we're delegating to elevate.
That's so good. So one thing I want to touch on in there that you mentioned is having the wrong person doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
That is very important in so many companies. Like you're maybe wasting somebody's talent in the role that they should be in by having them do something that they shouldn't be doing. So
so it's like putting a social media manager into like a tech troubleshooting role that is not in their element. They need to be creative doing the marketing focused things, but you've got them troubleshooting something big that broke in your automation that is not in their wheelhouse, but because they're a body in the company, you've got them doing it. Well, you're ultimately probably paying out more because now this person has to go research and figure out and do all the things to try to help you here. Whereas if you had the expert in the role with that skill set, they're able to knock it out a lot quicker. So whereas you think you're saving money because you're not hiring multiple people, you're really not, because you're just paying more for someone to do something that's not in their element versus having the expert in to do it.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think, would you rather have one person doing what they're great at, or several people doing things that they're not good at?
Right. Yeah. We don't have to have this unicorn environment, but I think a lot of entrepreneurs feel like if they can get the people all over the business, they're better off versus in their own lane of genius. And what's great too, tying into, we've considered this for the agency and how we craft support. You don't have to hire a full-time tech person to get the troubleshooting that you need monthly. That might be a total of 10 hours a month. You're not going and hiring full-time just to reserve that talent. You can have flexibility on how you bring this in so that you have the right people sitting in the right seats for only amount of time that you need them. And everyone is rowing in just a well-fashioned manner that gives you the results you're looking for.